Previously on the Advent of Cyber. Alf McSkiddy asked Alf Recon McRed to search for any backdoor that the Bandit Yeti APT might have installed. If any such backdoor is found, we could learn that the bad guys might be using it to access the systems on Santa's network. Port 22, open SSH open, and we've got port 5900 TCP VNC. And you can see that it's just asking for a password. Hydra, user, share, word list, rocku.txt, and.10.90.69. We finally have a successful password 10.90.69 U2W3E, and you get a key THM I see in your screen. Hello world and welcome to Hacks. We are back with the Advent of Cyber Day 6. Email analysis. It's beginning to look a lot like phishing. The story. Alf McBlue found email activity while analysing the log files. It looks like everything started with an email. And the objectives of this room are to learn what email analysis is and why it still matters, learn the email headers section, learn the essential questions to ask in email analysis, learn how to use email header sections to evaluate an email, learn how to use additional tools to discover mail attachments and conduct further analysis, and help the team investigate the suspicious email received. Email analysis is the process of looking at the email headers to discover anything that seems out of sorts. It can be checking things like the email sender, the recipient, the path, the return address, and the attachments. The two main things to look out for are security issues, like identifying suspicious, abnormal, malicious patterns in emails, and performance issues, identifying delivery and delay issues in emails. Phishing leverages a certain type of social engineering, and social engineering is where you trick people into performing actions that may not be in their benefit. Phishing is essentially a social engineering attack, so you would send the victim the email with perhaps some content that they would find appealing, and then try to trick them into either clicking the link or opening an attachment or downloading malicious files. Phishing emails will usually come from seemingly genuine sources, whether it could be another employee within the organization who has had their mailbox compromised, or it could be where the threat actor has registered a domain name that's similar to the one that your email address is associated with, or one that you trust. And in the current world where we have spam filters that quickly identify spam and other potential malicious emails, it's still really important to be able to identify malicious emails, as there may not be software like spam filters in place, or you may be doing analysis on a spam email that's come in, as threat actors are finding new ways all the time to bypass things like spam filters and trick users into performing actions. In order to analyze an email, we need to look at the headers, and in those headers are a certain number of fields. For instance, you've got the from field, which is where the email is sent from. You've got the to field, which is where the email is sent to, including the CC and blind CCs. You've got the date, which is self-explanatory, it's the date the email was sent. You've got the subject of the email, the return path, the domain key and DKIM signatures, which are provided by email services to identify and authenticate emails. You have the SPF record, or the sender policy framework, which identifies the servers from where the email was sent from. This is a record that you can add to your domain name, so that if you're sending emails out, the sender policy framework identifies which servers they should be being sent from, and if the server isn't listed within your SPF record, then it will likely get dropped or sent to spam. Message ID is the unique ID of the email address, the MIME version, X headers, the X received, which is the mail server that it went through, the X spam status, which shows the score of the email, and the X mailer client name. The author of the room then goes on to provide a methodology for performing quick analysis against email headers. It asks, do the from, to, and CC fields contain valid email addresses? Because having invalid email addresses is a red flag. Are the from and to fields the same? Having the same sender and recipient is a red flag. Do the from and return field paths are the same? Having different values in these sections is a red flag. Was the email sent from the correct server? The email should have come from the official mail servers of the sender. Does the message ID field exist, and is it valid? Emptied and malformed values are red flags. Do hyperlinks redirect to suspicious or abnormal sites? Suspicious links and redirections are another red flag. Do the attachments consist or contain malware? That's an obvious red flag. Anything with malicious attachments in them is no good. Email analysis can be performed with advanced text editors like Sublime. You can open the sample and then switch the language to the email format, which should allow you to identify headers and help with email analysis. There are other tools like Email Rep that can perform email analysis, and from the actual information found in the headers, you can use tools like VirusTotal, Inquest, IP Info, Talis Reputation, URL Scan, BrowserLink, and WannaBrowser to check the reputation of the various things found in the email headers. So if you want to check the IP that it originated from, or if you want to check the URL, or if it's got a malicious attachment attached to it, you can use these online resources to check the individual headers. So now we've got some challenges based upon the sample email that we have on the box that we need to spin up. So if you scroll to the top of the room, you'll see you can start machine. You show split view, which will show the split view, which you can then full screen. Then once we're on here, you can see we have urgent email, and we've got a text editor and a terminal. So the first question asks, what is the email address of the sender? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to open Sublime. I'm going to drag that into there, and hopefully it does automatically format it into a email format, so it recognizes all the headers. What is the email address of the sender? And we know that is chief.alf@santaclaus.thm. I'm just going to copy that, go to my clipboard, head over here and paste that in, and hopefully that's the correct answer. Then the next question is, what is the return address? So if we come back down, hide that, and have a look for the return path, it's murphy.evident@thebanditYeti.thm. That seems suspicious. Paste that in there again, copy that, paste that into the answer field. Fantastic. On whose behalf was the email sent? So if we come into here, minimize that down, we can see that it's from the Chief Alf. Chief Alf, yeah, that looks right. Submit. What is the X spam score? So if we come down to the headers again and look at the spam score, we can see that the spam score is a 3. What is hidden in the value of the message ID field? So if we come down to the message ID field and we grab this, it looks like a base 64 string because we can tell by the spaces at the end due to the equals symbol. And we can bring up our terminal and we can do something like echo, and then I'm going to pop the base 64 value into quotes, and I'm going to pipe to base 64-D, and that should give us AOC 2022 email analysis. So I'm just going to grab that, pop it into my clipboard and throw that into the answer, and hopefully we are good. The next task asks us to visit the email reputation check website provided in the task and provide the reputation results of the sender's email address. So if we come back up to here, emailrep.io, which I've opened there, then if we come down and grab the sender's address, chief.alf@santaclaus.thm, pop that in there and click search, we can see that the email reputation is risky. So let's try that. Fantastic. The next question asks us, what is the file name of the attachment? Let's come back into our lab. I'm just going to full screen that, try and zoom in a little bit, and then I'm just going to do Control F and I'm going to search for attachment, and you should see the file name is division of labor load and share plan.docs. We're just going to grab that, copy that to our clipboard, come over here, grab it out of there and paste it and click submit. So the next question asks, what is the hash value of the attachment? Now in order to find the hash value first, we need to extract the attachments from the email, and they do include a way to do that up here. So we can see email analyzer -u urgent email header blah 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 blah. Just grab that a second. We're going to go to the terminal and we're going to see where we are. We should be in my home directory, so let's cd to my go away you cd desktop. There we go, and then we're going to say paste that command in. Just gonna throw that over there and zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So email analyzer -u urgent, so that's urgent :.email header -html -u text extract equals all. That's exactly what we need, and there you go, we have the email attachments folder now, which we should be able to find the hash for. So all I'm going to do from desktop, so I'm just going to clear my terminal quickly, and I'm going to cd into eml_attachments, and then I'm going to do SHA-256 sum, and then I'm going to type division tab to autocomplete. There we have the SHA-256 sum. I'm going to copy that, paste it into our lovely clipboard, copy it out again, fingers crossed, and we should be able to paste this straight in and click submit, and we have the correct answer. The next question asks us to visit the VirusTotal website and use the hash value to search, navigate to the behavior section, and then what is the second tactic marked by the MITRE ATT&CK section. So we're going to grab the hash, we're going to go to VirusTotal, we're going to go to search, Then we're going to look under behavior. So the second tactic is defense evasion. So let's try that. And we have the correct answer. The next question asks us to visit the Inquest website and use the hash value to search. What is the subcategory of the file? So we're just going to grab the hash, head over to Inquest Labs, paste it into the search box or the indicator lookup, and we're going to click lookup. Then if we click on the hash, it will take us through to the page, and you should see that the subcategory is macro hunter. So if we head back, paste that in, click submit, we get the correct answer. And then the room says if you want to learn more about phishing and analyzing emails, check out the phishing module. I still need to do this one. I'm on password attacks in the red team room, so this is the next module after that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Overall, I really enjoyed this room. It's been a long time since I've had to do anything specific with mail. I remember when I worked for an ISP where I had to analyze email headers quite frequently, and this brought back some memories. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But that's all I've got for you today. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't, you know what to do. I'll see you next time. Kind regards.